Hello everyone and welcome back to the Toy Barn. My name's Darren. My wife Kathy's over there to my left as usual. And she is getting ready to tell you what has sold. Now our sites have been a little bit precarious over the last several days. We usually do eBay, Madcap Toys. We do Madcap Toys Plus, which is also on eBay, our secondary store. We do Poshmark and we do Mercari. And we also do District. So if you are a new seller or a veteran seller like ourselves, 25 years on eBay, feel free to join us over at Districts at Madcap Markets. We're trying to get a good group of fellow sellers and of course buyers as well. We want those as well. But we encourage you to take and put on there, because right now we are setting that up because it's growing slowly, but when it takes off, it's going to really take off. That's about like everything we always do. It starts slow, I mean sometimes really slow, and then it explodes. But guys, what we are doing also is including and encouraging our fellow sellers on our District site at Madcap Markets to take and advertise your items. We are a big pusher of advertisement. Advertisement takes and makes everything go. It helps everything from videos once in a while to the stores. When you have, for instance, like we have several Madcap Toys physical location stores, as it was. We advertise on the radio. We advertise online. We advertise on in the newspaper. And we've even had one small blurb on TV years and years ago. Now, we did not pay for it. They walked in, wanted somebody to talk to, and I was there. I never saw it, but they said it was there. So I took it for whatever it's worth. So you take that for what it's worth. But guys, we are trying to push the sales. We've had a good day so far today. It's been a little slow on a lot of the sites. Our sites seem to be firing and then stopping. And by that, I mean you'll have a shot, it'll stop for a while, shot, stop for a while, another one, and I'm talking it'll go sometimes 3 and 4 hours with nothing in between. It just stops, especially eBay. Today I had, I'm trying to think if it was 6 items. I think it was 6 items that sold just bam. One big offer, we made a good deal, and then it's been quiet since then. I've had some other offers, but some of them's been a little bit ridiculous. So right now people are trying to get the best deals they can. You have a few bottom feeder issues going on. Mercari, I'm getting some likes going on. We get sales. Usually they're more of an evening sell place for us as of late. By evening, I mean from 5 p.m. later on. Poshmark can be about any time. And then our District, it's still slow. But we're trying to move it. We're advertising as best we can. So hopefully things will be firing off a little bit better. But our main concern is getting eBay to fire off for us. And I want Kathy to take and come and tell you about all that's going on about eBay. And she'll tell you where they sold, how many sold, and what sold. So here it comes, guys.
I guess that's a radical introduction. Hey folks, Kathy here, Madcap Toys. You're back on the Toy Barn. I hope you're doing fantastic and are having a wonderful Tuesday evening. Yeah, I got a few things to share with you. Also going to share with you about 14 items that we sold on the regular Madcap Toys Plus. But also got something to share with you, and that's what you came for the video for. So we all hate when we get emails in our eBay messages about items that items weren't as described, meaning you sold an item, you shipped it out, you thought everything was good, said and done, and all of a sudden the buyer messages you saying the item that I received wasn't as described in the listing. Especially when you get an item not as described, message, and it was exactly what it's shown in the picture, right? You know, you send it out there, it's the exact same thing, the exact same number, the exact same whatever it could be, whether it's a toy or what have you, and the customer says, hey, it wasn't the right one, right? Of course, first of all, what you want to make sure, if they claim that, then they need to send you photos of what they received exactly, right? But sometimes that happens. You get those kind of messages in. Unfortunately, you got to take care of it. Something that, a transaction has to be done in order to satisfy the customer no matter what. In our case, if we get those kind of messages, first of all, I do ask for photos, right? Show me a photo. Everybody's got one of these little smartphones. Show me a photo of what the item that you received, along with the packaging that I shipped it in, okay? If it's in the bubble wrap or what have you, or if it's in the box, show me what I sent to you that wasn't as described, or what is missing, etc., etc. And they sometimes respond, sometimes they don't with a reply. But in order to receive any kind of compensation, those folks have to send that item back. At least that is the way it is with us at Madcap Toys. We want to make sure that they send the item back. They can place a return. Once it comes back, then of course, as long as it's in the exact condition that you had it in when it left, or packaging, etc., then they can get a refund. But I know with items not as described, of course, a lot of times you're going to have to pay pretty much the whole thing back if they claim that wasn't described. But I would also, if for any reason you got something back you know you didn't ship, report it to eBay, right?
Exactly.
And see what goes on from there. Exactly.
I
you have
have
anything to
had
share with
that with new mint box products. I've had people claim, hey, this thing's, you know, not what it was. It's like, well, it's brand new when I shipped it to you.
It's brand new and mint
and
package when we shipped it.
Ripped out a package, which, you know, that's not what you ship.
And it does happen. There's dishonest buyers out there as well as dishonest sellers. But yeah, if it's item not as described, there has to be some kind of a return factor. It's not just going to be where we just go ahead and drop everything and give them a full
buyers that will try to get something for 50% off or so, or free, and just make a claim. Now, there's going to be some sellers out there, no matter what's just going to say, here you go. But to me, especially when you're talking about a new product, you know, I'm not just going to give that.
Or just a product in general. If you know that you shipped the right thing out, there has been accidents where once in a full blue moon, we will accidentally ship out the wrong item, and it could be the same type of item, but it could be in a different color or a different person. It doesn't happen often, nearly at all, maybe once a year, but it could happen. We try to be careful. We try to make sure if someone else is trying to locate the item for fulfillment, that the other one checks, double checks, triple checks to make sure that is the exact same item or the exact same size.
Make claims to us, and we've told them, hey, we didn't sell you that,
right? And
they look it up, and some other seller, they had bought something off of some other seller, and you know, you've got to just go down that fine line and, you know, cover your bases, be nice, polite, and fair.
Exactly.
Cover your bases, because you don't want to cover some other seller's problem, frankly, either.
So CYB, cover your bases. Yeah. Exactly right. But you know, if you have any questions or input on something similar that may have happened to you, let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. All right, guys, so we're going to catch up Madcap Toys a little bit. We still got some pending orders. Daren had an awesome order that came in today. It will be shipped internationally. But they actually bought out 6 of our Jurassic World Hammond collection, and I'm going to probably butcher their name, but Parasaurus, I don't know, it's a big spelling. But anyway, we had received a bunch of those in a toy pallet about a year ago, and they wanted all 6. So I'm hoping and believing that because they did the bundled order, that it will all be well within the confines of the weight that was set, as well as the amount. But we'll adjust as needed. But fantastic, because I think we only paid about $4 per dinosaur mitten box, and you sold it for like, what?
And this is a good point, because my last issue that I've had with the sale, they claim there was a problem that eBay did not put in, for instance, a set of fence that we had in the package. eBay took out the van and repackaged it. And didn't put those in somewhere, some way, and the buyer, who was from Australia, said, "Hey, I didn't get that." And it's like, well, it was all in there when we shipped it. They may repackage it at the eBay International.
They do. A lot of times they do repack it.
So if you are an international buyer, you need to contact eBay, because once it leaves our hands and thus the states, we are no longer responsible for it, because eBay takes over every aspect of that and ships it to you. And sometimes, I'm not sure every time they do it, but sometimes they repack it.
Right, and then getting back, what I was saying is, I believe that Daren had received about what? You accepted an offer for each of those dinosaurs for like 15 apiece?
Yeah, I took
rather
a
than 20.
discount to move all of them at the
right,
time.
And I believe it was like a 40% discount, but again, we had a retail price on it, and it came from a pallet, so we may have only paid maybe $4.50 per dinosaur.
Right,
so
and a lot of you can't do that on everything, because not every deal's that way. Some deals you're doing with collectors, some deals you're doing with pallets, some deals you're doing with shops that you know and friends. So you got 50 different little avenues you can go down through there, but we like making the deals when we can.
Right, and so we knew the price point. So before I told Daren to hit send to say okay, I let him know that those dinosaurs came from a Target pallet, so I knew what we came in. If we did it on an retail arbitrage and so forth, and he was selling them for $29.98 a piece, and they wanted $15, I would have probably told him to can it, because you would lose, right? You would lose not only what you made, but also, you wouldn't be making any profit.
Just different price points. Everybody that's done that knows that.
So this was safe. I knew that we would profit on that offer, so I was very, very thrilled. So let's get to it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 sales catching up Madcap Toys, not including the dinosaurs we got to find in a few minutes. But we're going to share with you those, and that catches up Madcap Toys. We still got to catch up Madcap Toys Plus and share a little Macari on the next video.
Are we up on Poshmark?
Yes, we are, from yesterday, from what they saw on Monday.
Okay.
Absolutely. So let's begin. We sold some coins. So the very first one that you'll see here is the 1923S. And that is the silver mercury dime, average circulated, was found in the coin box. We do have a box, but it's slowly but surely emptying out, because it's now going into a lot of the albums, the coin albums that Daren has. And this one went out eBay standard envelope. So we talked about that yesterday in our Monday video about standard envelope. And this one went out to Carrie. Hi, Carrie. Thank you so much. And it sold for $6 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. Thank you so much for that. And not only did we sell a coin to Carrie, but we also sold a coin to Maxine. And this one also came into a eBay standard envelope. This is the 1954 silver Ben Franklin $50, average circulated, found in the desk. Maxine, you already gave us positive feedback. We have one your way as well. Thank you so much. And this one sold under 20 bucks. That's why it went on an eBay standard envelope. It sold for $15.18 plus ship. And then next up, we sell vinyl. As you guys see, every day I'm usually on a video talking about vinyls. This one we got at that church yard sale from about a year or so ago. This is the Beethoven 9th Choral Symphony in D minor. Found in our vinyl area. This one went out to Steven. Hi, Steven. Thanks so much. Positive feedback from Steven as well on that one.
All right, yeah.
And it sold for $16.98 plus ship. Very, very good. And I miss her. She's no longer with us, but I did love her when she was on Solid Gold. Remember Solid Gold back in the early 80s?
Been a while.
Always been a while, definitely. Back on Saturday nights, we would watch, at least my family would watch Solid Gold and watch all the new hits that were coming out. And she was one of them. She sung on the show. This is Self-Control by Laura Branigan cassette tape, back July of 1984. Those were the days. And this cassette tape went out to Andrew. Thanks so much, Andrew. And it sold for a really good deal. It sold for $3.50 plus ship. Must have been. It was a good deal. I don't know if there was any. Yeah, there was like a slight split crack, as you could maybe see it on the video here on the front. That could be why we discounted it just a little bit, just to move it along. And then this one came up that we found finally the last one. So this is a sellout. This was the one that we almost we're going to give up on it, but I finally found it in a random tote somewhere, which I am starting to skew those totes better and better now. This is from Heyday, the wireless earbuds, Bluetooth. Of course, you can see that the earbuds itself are pink. And this pair went out to Dave. Hey, Dave, this is a sellout. Thanks so much. And the wireless earbuds sold for $14.95 plus ship. Very, very good. And now I've got to work on selling all those charging cables and things that we have now. I've got a lot of those as well. Pallets can give you lots of different random things, you know, but good things, though. Very, very good. And then from Bucky O'Hare, a loose vehicle that Daren listed online a while back. This is from 1991. Hasbro Bucky O'Hare Toad Croaker spaceship was found in the shed. This one went out to Ray. Hey, Ray, thanks so much. And it sold for $15 plus ship. So kind of one of the ones that you wanted to move, you know, the loose vehicles.
I was willing to make a deal because, quite honestly, after it's been here a while and with all that's been coming in, and I've got another order coming in, like you know, I need a little bit of room.
Yeah, because we just went, and I think we talked to you guys about it a couple days ago. We went to an estate sale Friday, and we shared with you that a few videos ago. But yeah, we're already continuing to list. I think I listed about 20 books last night from that sale. A puzzle and a couple of DVDs.
And with the way eBay's been doing things off and on again, I mean, they are obviously shutting the site down a lot. At least on the server I'm on, and it's started to affect the smaller store as well as a little bit. It is. Which you can tell just by the way the sales do, because we have had the worst sales over the last couple of years than we've ever had.
It's been a little bit crazy. It gets a little scary when you wake up and there's zero and you've listed so much, you've ended and sell similar, you do everything you can physically do.
You did your own, and you're talking you was working later because of the way the schedules were working for us. And that's not including anything I did during the day, but you listed what, 30 items on your own, and it was is quiet.
It was.
I mean, you didn't even hear crickets.
No.
So it was pretty pathetic, and we're just trying to move a few things along. People come around, we're just saying, let's sort of move this right now because it's just sitting there and we don't want things to set.
That's true. Very, very true. From Media by Daren had sold, and it's cute, it was in cardboard, very, very nice looking, a 2013 DVD, Barbie, Mariposa, and the Fairy Princess was found in the shed, and this one went out to Alana. Thank you so much. And this DVD sold for $4.25 plus ship. So
okay, I want to jump in there too because I just thought of this that we had.
Okay.
We do, because we've been getting the question a lot lately. Like this last guy that purchased the Jurassic World figures, we do combine shipping. So if they want and they have problems combining a multi-item order, contact Kathy or us at Madcap Toys or Madcap Toys Plus.
Right.
And we will set it up for you if we can.
Yeah,
now,
we will.
There was some orders that we have a little bit more trouble with. I can't remember if it's international or what it is.
It can be. Because a lot of times people ask, well, hey, I'm from Germany, so how much would the shipping be, you know, not just your shipping from you to the distribution center, but how much is it going to be from the distribution center to Germany? And it's like,
and we have
they
a hard
don't
time
tell
with that.
us. They don't tell us, so how are we going to know?
Yeah,
right?
and
can't do it.
And guys, if there is overpayment, we usually, almost always, I'll say it that way, give refunds on overpayment. You know, it's not going to necessarily always be dollar per dollar as it was, because I can't tell you what the cost of multiple items, weight, and everything is. But if we've got, let's say, $7 or $8 more than it actually costs, most people get a refund, because we try to make it as fair as possible, because we appreciate the business and we want them back.
We do, and we do want you back, absolutely. And then next up, love it, still selling toys very strong, from the Marvel Legends series. Number 8, Modern Armor Iron Man action figure was found on the right wall over here. Daren picked it up, and we made sure it was right. And this one went out to Chandler. Hi, Chandler. Thanks so much. And this one sold pretty good, $42.49 plus ship. Very, very nice. I think we did sent a little bit of an offer there, and it all worked out wonderfully there.
And also another thing, just jumping in, notice a lot.
You should stay on the camera.
On eBay, a 15% off sale this month.
You do? Okay. So you did get a coupon out there.
I'm pretty sure I've got it. If it's not activated, I'm going to have to do it again because it was during they was working on it.
Got it.
You know how it was.
You'll probably want to check that.
Yeah, I keep getting broken pages.
Yep.
But I mean, if for some reason that doesn't work, like the item, and I can send them an offer.
Very, very good. Sounds fair.
Kathy, do you have a coupon out this month?
Yes, as everyone knows, we Madcap Toys Plus has a 10% discount going on right now.
Okay.
All right, so from the media buy, we sold a 2015 DVD movie called Howl. And this one went out to Laura. Thank you so much. Sent via media mail to you. And this one sold for $5.98 plus ship. So seemingly we've got a lot of media going out for sure. And then next up, this was a twofer. I found it pretty easily. Actually, it wasn't too hard. I just went right to the area that it should have been in, and it was practically on top. So that was either luck or God-given or God felt sorry for me at that moment, I guess.
We'll take it.
So this is a twofer. So Kate, thank you, Kate, had bought 2 comics, and they were shipped together because it was combined shipping. The first one was the 2016 Dark Horse Comics World of Tanks rollout number 2. And the second one was 2017 Dark Horse Comics World of Tanks number 4. And both of these comics sold together for $13.96 plus ship. And yes, it was in a Gemini comic mailer, bagged and boarded all together. So
and in those Gemini comic mailers, you can get up to what, 4 or 5?
I think so.
Okay. So guys, if you again buy multiples, you can save on shipping. And you can save on the comics because we do have a discount going.
That is true. All right, and next up, Susan didn't buy 1 ball. She bought 2 of them. This is from Yugo Mini Kids Rainbow Playground Balls. These are 22 inches round. However, since they've been sitting here in a pallet for a while, they have deflated a little bit, but it's not because that they're broken. They just need to be reinflated for packaging reasons.
Yeah, and we would also sometimes deflate some balls a little bit because you've got to get them in the package, especially when we're trying to save our buyers shipping.
Correct. And so for both of those, they were shipped together in a 10.86 regular Ground Advantage. And together with shipping, they sold for $19.88. Very, very good. And more pallet stuff, I'm telling you. It's amazing how much pallet items have left here since we started doing pallet buys. Right. From Pop Sugar, the blue 9-foot metal handle speed skipping jump ropes. And I have 1 left, and I got to make sure that this is relisted and it's the same color. I'm going to have to just do a little bit of digging down there probably after the video to make sure, because it doesn't show that there's any left on you right now. So it's like not seen at all at the moment. But this jump rope went out to Jacob. Hey, Jacob, thanks so much. And it sold for $13.98 plus ship. Very, very good.
Excuse me.
And then Daren's still putting out the media, and they're selling. So this is the 2011 DVD Hidden Colors film. And, of course, found in the shed. This one went out to Sandra. Thanks so much. And sold for $3.98 plus ship. So probably another deal, I would assume. Came from Promoted. So Daren doesn't do much Promoted. I think every time you list, 5 of them are promoted.
Basically
the rest
5
aren't.
listings that are promoted, and no matter how many I do, it's 5.
Okay.
And if I just list 5, it's 5.
Gotcha.
You know?
I don't do Promoted. I started out that way with Madcap Toys Plus back in June, and I've left them like that because I only did like 2% or 2.5%. But no,
well, it's
the
about
last
like billboards.
couple months I haven't.
You want a billboard every so often.
Yeah,
you know?
I've stopped doing it because a lot of my stuff is low price or average if it's media, for $6.99. It's not it doesn't behoove me to put 2% promoted on it. It just doesn't, and that's just the way it is.
Well, really, with what we're paying for stores and everything else, and final value fees and everything else,
and advertising.
Yeah, when you're actually paying, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have to advertise everything everywhere.
Exactly. All right, and lastly, from Media Buy, Darren found this, thank goodness, yesterday. The 2020 Monsters of Man DVD found in the shed. And this one went out to Steve. Steve, we just dropped it off in the post office today. Going out to you, and it sold for $5.98 plus shipping to boot. And that is the 14 items that we have. So Madcap Toys Plus, except for the dinosaurs we gotta look for, is all caught up.
Yep.
So we're on the
well, that means now. Pretty much it's up to everybody else for now to keep the videos busy, right? Which
means we gotta make more sales. So yeah. Kathy's got to get on the ball, get to listing today a little bit. We gotta get pictures taken. For that reason, we gotta eat supper. And
we gotta come find those dinos.
And we're gonna find those dinos. I might even do that while he's looking to make sure that the oven is still cooking the chicken.
Yeah, it's cooking.
And going from that point.
Yep.
But you guys have been wonderful. You have anything else to say?
No, we're good today.
We are good today. You guys have been super fantastic. Thank you for all the comments. I think Darren just put out a poll last night.
No, I just put it out today.
Just put it out today. So if you haven't seen it already, go ahead and check it out in the community. We appreciate all of you and all of your support. And until next time, bye-bye.
Everyone.